Hello out there and welcome to English Teacher Plays. We're here with Mighty Slap, which is a new game. It's on Steam and we're going to play it.
Hold up.
And just so I don't get demonetized, I guess I'll turn the music off here. I do kind of like the music. It's good, but I don't really feel like getting demonetized, and I can't imagine that they're not going to be using, monetized stuff. Let's do a practice, I guess, so we can choose our character. So slap fighting, that's pretty funny. Slap fighting is actually a thing. Oh. Right? And you slap people. Right? Yeah, I don't seem to be doing this right. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be. Oh, so the sooner I do it, the harder the slap. Okay, oh wait. Sorry, we're gonna have to turn that music off. 77. Yeah, so the sooner I slap, the better off it is. Right. So that did nothing. Excuse me. So I lost, right? Yeah, I don't... It's really hard to tell what I'm supposed to be doing, because there's no... Yeah, is it to fill the bar? Because filling the bar doesn't seem to do anything more than what... Yeah, it's really hard to tell. There's just a bunch of numbers. Oh. And we're just gonna lose, right? Yeah, so... Okay. So... I'm just gonna put it out there that having the, against the computer be the exact same character model is very confusing for no reason. It, like, doesn't need to be like that. Okay. Yeah, so where the dial ends up being just seems to be pretty random. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the number matters, but... Like, that was, like, 2/3 full. I mean... See, that was almost all the way full, and it was only 41. See, I just... Okay, this is... Let's try and connect to the server, at least. Let's play online as this guy. Find match. Okay, so there is someone to play against. Right? I mean, am I playing against someone? It must be, right? I don't see where the skill is. And there's, like, a couple of models in the background cheering, but, like... See, like, yeah, it literally doesn't matter where you put the thing. Yeah, the dial, the numbers and all that, they don't really affect anything. Ugh. Why does it keep auto-playing these songs that are obviously going to be copyrighted? It's really annoying. Okay. So we're waiting. I mean, we're winning the fight as much as... See? Like, that's... So where the thing is in the thing doesn't matter. You just click slap, and then wherever it hits, and it doesn't seem to really affect how much damage you do. So it's all about just doing it as fast as you can. There's no sort of timing, there's no skill. Basically, we've just got a slapping simulator, which is fine if that's what you're here for, but it's not amazingly interesting, is it? Yeah. Right. So do I win? Next round starting. So we have to do that again. I mean, stop that. Yeah. I'm just gonna fast forward through this fight, and then we're gonna go look at the description, because honestly, there's nothing in these numbers that mean anything. None of it is. You may as well just click, because getting it to 100 and 0 and stuff, it doesn't matter. See, then it was 0 again. But that was a full bar. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Now, I said I was going to fast forward, and I will fast forward now. Hooray! I finally lost. That's so good. Let's go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's go look at the description and see what the game has to say for itself. All right, Mighty Slap is a player versus player turn-based slapping game. Time your slap with a time-based bonus multiplier to land a powerful slap to your opponent. First player to knock out the opponent wins. Okay. Developed by Misha Infotech and published by the same. It's currently in early access. So, first thing, my first piece of advice here is none of the mechanics are explained. I know it's only one button, but the numbers literally are never explained. I think that I figured out that it's better to have it in the middle than it is to have it the intuitive way that, like, you know, full strength would be clicking it here. I think that's what it is, but it's I think that's where we ended up. But it's also just not very fun. There's not enough in it, because it's just clicking a button, and then they click a button, and then you click a button, and then they click a button. It's really not that interesting. I don't know, I was sort of hoping that there was a little bit more to it than just click slap. But it just isn't. There isn't anything else except for click the slap button at the right time. So, while Mighty Slap is complete in itself, the gameplay and mechanics is very limited. We'd love to explore and involve the community on how we could make it more appealing and indulging to end users, and would love to improve this game over time. Going to be in early access for 6 months. We have quite a few things decided to be included in the finished game, and few other things that would be experimental, and their inclusion will depend very much on if we can achieve such goals. For instance, we definitely plan to include tournaments and lobbies. The experimental part would be to have these lobbies with controllable players running around and be able to interact with other players. No one wants that. That is not something you should spend time on. We would also be giving a try to give out a feature for players to upload their own characters, maybe through Steam Workshop or any other way possible. In the current version of Early Access, player can play a single-player game against a computer and online multiplayer against any other player. Players can also host a private match with a room name to play with their friends. They're going to increase the price gradually. Sure. It currently costs $4.49, so it's like $3 US. I'm not gonna say that it's worth that, but also I'm not gonna complain too loudly about that price point because they have made a game. It's just not a very interesting one. There's nothing really happening here. But if you're super into professional slap fighting, which is a real thing that people do, giant men just slapping the crap out of each other, maybe you want officially, a official game of that. Maybe you want to. Maybe you're not getting enough of it on your Facebook feed or whatever. Maybe you need some Mighty Slap. Mighty Slap is a play. No, we already read this. We already read all this. There's only one control, which is to time your slap. There's a set of characters to choose from, which are meant solely for visual purposes, and one character does not provide any advantage over the other in any way. It's a fighting game, and the characters that you've provided don't provide any bonuses. That's a problem. Having just 6 character models that are all very similar is really boring. No one cares. If it's a fighting game, there needs to be characters, man. There needs to be a reason to pick different things. Like a big guy that can take more slaps, but maybe he doesn't. Maybe he is harder to aim. Or a smaller guy that can't take as many slaps, but he always lands his slaps perfectly. I don't know. There's lots of options here. There's lots of ways you could actually have made this interesting, but just clicking slap on a thingy is not interesting enough for a game. We do plan to add more mechanics to the game and hoping to work with community input to improve further and decide the future of this game. Yeah, like I said, if you're making a fighting game, the fighters need to have characteristics. Like, that's a very basic fighting game thing. It's been around since fighting games have been around. There have always been characteristics. Now, I say that, but I do know that Street Fighter 1, the very first Street Fighter, I think, had Ryu and Ken, and they had the same moveset, I think. It's been a long time, because when I first got introduced to fighting games was Street Fighter 2, and of course, you had Blanca, and you had Guile, and you had Chun-Li, and you had a bunch of different movesets and a bunch of different powers. And that's sort of been the gold standard since then. Tekken does it, and Mortal Kombat, and all of the fighting games, the characters have different movesets, so if you're making a fighting game, you kind of need to have different characteristics for your characters. So that's my biggest piece of advice to make this more interesting. I'm not going to say that what you've made is bad, because I don't think it is bad. I just think it's not interesting, which I guess is bad in a way. It's just there's nothing to keep a player here. Once you've done one slap fight, there's no reason for me to keep playing. I'm not going to play this against my friends because I don't want to click a button and then watch them click a button and then me click a button and then them click a button. It just isn't interesting. It would be more interesting if there was a little bit more to it than just timing your button click. So I think that's all I have to say. I think I'm going to leave it. That's Mighty Slap. It's a mighty disappointment, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Check out this game by clicking on the link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Class dismissed.